Hi, I am in Everglades National Park in one of the most biologically diverse habitats we have here, the Pine Rocklands. This habitat is composed mostly of these tall slash pine trees and a short understory of shrubs like this acacia or saw palmettos.
Even though this is one of the most endangered habitats, it hosts 30% of the Everglades plant biodiversity. Some plants are found only here and nowhere else in the world. Here in the Everglades, we often need to look closer to appreciate the little wonders. This is not a place that screams at you, but whispers. There is a smaller world within the Pine Rockland habitat that often goes unnoticed. Let's shrink down and see the tiny community of plants and bugs that live within this habitat.
If we're not paying close attention, we can easily miss the wide array of colorful wildflowers that surround us here in the Pine Rocklands. Some of the ones that you may encounter the most are purple thistle, tickseed, pine pink orchid, lantana, white top sedge.
Excuse me,
Hey,
I had a question.
of course.
Why do plants have flowers? Are they trying to win a beauty contest or something?
Great question. Well, plants actually use their flowers to show off their reproductive traits and attract pollinators.
What's a pollinator?
Great question. A pollinator is just anyone who helps a plant reproduce.
Plants have male and female parts, and sometimes need help getting the pollen from the stamen to the pistil.
So we know why plants need pollinators, but why do pollinators need plants?
Over eons, plants and animals have developed symbiotic relationships, establishing strong connections where different forms of life work together.
We have an interesting example of this relationship right here. There's a butterfly called the Bartram's hairstreak that relies solely on this pineland croton plant. Without the croton, they cannot exist. That's why it's important to protect these pine rocklands. Croton is an endemic species, meaning it only grows here.
One of the most popular pollinators that we have in the Everglades, and we often try to swat away, is...
I have a guess.
What do you think?
Is it the mosquito?
Yes! Mosquitoes, though they can seem like a nuisance to us, can help pollinate plants like goldenrods and orchids. Some flowers, like moonflowers, rely on nighttime pollinators to survive. Nighttime pollinators can include moths, beetles, or even a specific one that often gets a bad rep for its membranous wings and sharp teeth.
These creatures make up 20% of the mammal species. Ooh. Could it be bats? That's right, it's bats.
Over 300 species of fruits rely on bats for pollination. So pollinators are not only important for wildflowers, but humans are dependent on them too.
If you've ever eaten blueberry, apple, cucumber, or almonds, you have a pollinator to thank.
If a flower isn't pollinated, it can't produce fruits, vegetables, or seeds. So next time you're taking a stroll, take a look at all the colorful flowers surrounding you and keep in mind the pollinators that make it possible for you to have food on your plate.